Well, guys, I don't know how to say this, but we've done it. Progressive country. It was a joke, but here we are. Hi guys, welcome to Leap Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am, and we are back with the Byrds once again, but with the assistance of one Graham Parsons, who let's see, he was in the international submarine band, the Byrds, the Flying Burrito Brothers, and he popularized what he called cosmic American music, a hybrid of country, rhythm and blues, soul, folk, and rock. He was also a solo artist as well, obviously. So he came over to the Byrds. I think this is after mostly everybody left, but who was in it? Okay, so Roger's still in it. Chris, and Kevin Kelly on drums, and then Graham Parsons. So I'm interested in checking this out. This should be interesting. I've done more than a few Byrds tracks, and I'm definitely a fan of theirs. So shout out to Richard H. for a great pick, probably, I'm guessing. It's off the album Sweetheart of the Rodeo, which came out in 1968. They moved away from the style of the psychedelic rock of the notorious Byrd Brothers, and went into progressive country. Like I said, it was a joke, and here we are. So, I'm ready for my socks to get knocked off. Like, they're ready to go. So, let's go. If y'all are not subscribed, please help a brother out. Click that icon right below my face. And throughout the video, up in this corner, I'll be linking all the other Byrds videos we've done. I don't know if I have a Byrds playlist, but maybe I'll make one now, just because. Alright, let's go. The Byrds, 100 years from now. Alright? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Say the things that they're saying right now.
I've thought the same thing before.
Everyone said I'd hurt you. They said that I'd desert you if I go away. You know I'm gonna get back somehow. Nobody knows what kind of trouble we're in. Nobody seems to think it all might happen again.
Whoa.
100 years from this time, would anybody change their mind? They find out one thing or two about life. But people are always talking. You know they're always talking. Everybody's so wrong that I know it's gonna work out right. Nobody knows what kind of trouble we're in. Nobody seems to think it all might happen again.
So true, man. Wow. It's a very deep song. Oh, come on, really? Man, y'all still got like 10 seconds left. One day, I'm gonna get that fade out. I promise you. Alright. You got me. I want to hear more now. That was really cool. It took me a second to like warm up to his vocal style. I'm guessing that's Graham Parsons doing that. But I liked it after about like 60 seconds. I was like, okay, all right, now I get what they're going for. It just takes me a second, you know, to, I don't know, for all the gears to start moving, I guess. Man, they really bring up some deep questions in this. And it's all stuff that I think that I've mentioned on the channel before. And if you're a person that follows the channel and actually pays attention when I say, I guess, you know, I've said stuff like that. Like, I hope that, you know, when people look back on us, that they judge us with grace, and we should judge people 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, whatever, with grace as well. You don't have to look at it from modern terms. You can if you want, but you're not going to like what you see if you do that, you know? Like, why don't you look at it for what it is and realize that that's just how the world was, and that's how the world still is. You're just very comfortable, and you just don't know how really bad, you know, it can get. I know a lot of the people in my audience definitely knows how bad it can get. I definitely do. But even to my level, there's levels that I probably can't even imagine that people will have to go through, you know? So I should be grateful for the things that I've been, even the bad things that I've been through, that they weren't as bad as they can be, you know? And I hope that 100 years from now that we'll get past a lot of the stuff that, you know, that plagues us. But I feel like we just kind of do this sort of cycle, and it just, you know, every 100 years it kind of keeps happening. It's always like the rise of. See, I can't even like run the risk of like they've been demonetizing my videos a lot, so I have to be a good boy and not talk about, you know, populism and stuff like that. But you know, every 100 years it just gets crazy, and you know, it's like the, you know, if you want to say it like a metronome, it just swings back and forth. You know, eventually, you know, it's gonna stop swinging one day, and that's just gonna be our fault. You know. But 100 years from now, I think if we're still here, I have hope that we'll be past at least some of the things that we're past now. But some things don't make me too optimistic, and that is the rise of certain things, and you guys already know, and the intelligence of artificial kinds, and where we're headed with that, and how lazy we already are as a species and as a culture, at least. I'm not going to call everybody lazy, but, you know, we're very comfortable. Let's say that's the word. And people don't like being inconvenienced. Just imagine when stuff really pops off. Alright, so this is technically country rock, country, progressive country, roots rock, Americana. Roots rock's a new one. I love looking at the genre tags because I'm like, the frick is that, you know? So apparently there was 2 singles that were released that achieved modest success, but there was one, I'm a Pilgrim, which failed to chart apparently. It received mostly positive reviews in the music press, but the band's shift away from the psychedelic music alienated much of its pop audience. Despite being the last commercially successful Byrds album to date upon release, Sweetheart of the Radio is today considered to be a seminal and highly influential country rock record. And I see why, man. I definitely hear it in it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I've heard in modern country and the soft kind of rock. You know, there's definitely country rock out there to this day, and I've heard stuff that sounds like this before, you know? So, especially like 90s and like 2000s country, but now it's kind of always been about, there's always been songs about, you know, the stereotypical country stuff, you know, but there's definitely some gems in country that I've heard. I just don't like listening to it because it makes me think of my home, and it just hurts thinking about home, you know, so I try to avoid it. Alright, so Roger McGuinn on vocals, acoustic guitar, and banjo. Chris Hillman on vocals, electric bass, mandolin, and acoustic guitar. Graham Parsons, vocals, acoustic guitar, piano, organ, and Kevin Kelly on the drums. Also Lloyd Green on the pedal steel. J.D. Manis on pedal steel. Clarence White on electric guitar. And then John Hartford on the banjo and fiddle. Huh. That was really cool. I like the questions it raised. I like the vibe of it. I liked his voice. It took me a second. Like, I didn't like it kind of at first, but then I actually really liked it. You know, it kind of just flipped like that within like 60 seconds. And it was very, you know, relaxed. There was definitely some parts and sections that were, you know, the guitar kind of letting loose, you know, but that pedal steel sounded really good. Every time I hear a pedal steel, I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. it's kind of like the bagpipes for me. You know, I love hearing bagpipes, but when I hear the pedal steel, I like that too. So I kind of want to hear more, you know. So if you want to send her another request in, you know, for it, I'll definitely check the rest of the album out if you want. It's up to you, man. Where did I put the other thing? Oh, Dan Hicks. I'm looking at the list. Man, we got some stuff coming up. April Wine, Dan Hicks and his licks, hot licks. But yeah, Richard, if you want to do another, you know, video like this, just let me know, man. Alright, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. I'd say that, yeah, Graham Parsons' vocals in this and his lyrics are definitely my favorite part of this. I'm guessing he wrote the lyrics. And I want to hear more. I'm intrigued to hear more. What do you guys think? If that's your first time hearing that, what do you think of that? Because I think I enjoyed that. There's definitely more to be heard before I say anything crazy, you know? But I definitely like that. And apparently, like I said, I read it. It's a seminal album, so maybe we'll keep up with it. I don't know. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Right? I mean, yeah, I talked about the pedal steel. I mean, I didn't really hear the bass. I mean, I was there, but I was more paying attention to the lyrics. Once he said like one or two lines, I was like, all right, he's got me already. Just because that's like deep thinker kind of thinks, you know, like, cause thinks. I didn't mean to say that. A deep thinker kind of, you know, ideas and, you know, concepts and such, you know, because there's some people that think small and there's some people that think big. And then there's people that think deep. There's a difference between all three of those. And sometimes people dream deep as well, you know? And people dream big and they dream small. It all depends. Like I said, there's levels to everything. And life is a crazy thing. It really is. And you never know how much time you got and what you got, you know, left. So spend it wisely, right? See y'all later. Patreon, right there. Hey, if you want to get a video just like Richard did here, join the $15 tier or up for this last month only, and you get one free request a month. There's rules and stuff, obviously, if you join. They'll be posted at the top of Patreon. And if you want to join our Discord, that's the way to do it as well. There's a link for that on there, and there's a PayPal and Cash App in the description if you want to leave a tip or send a request in that way. I'm out. See you later.